Well, as we said there, the ANC-EFF coalition in Ekurhuleni is accused of institutionally obstructing essential council proceedings. This alleged interference hindering the approval of crucial compliance items and the much-awaited institutional review of the city. The ANC's collaboration with the EFF appears to have backfired, and with the appointed Speaker Nthabiseng Tshivhenga facing accusations of orchestrating disruptions to thwart the institutional review's adoption. We are now joined by Nkosindiphile Xhakaza, who is the Ekurhuleni ANC's regional task team convener. Good morning. Thank you so much for making time for us.
Morning to the viewers at home, and thank you for having us.
The Action SA calling your alliance or collaboration with the EFF as an unholy alliance. What's your response to that?
Well, I mean, the Action SA, they are in opposition in party, in council, and rightfully they have to oppose. The only thing is that they have to be factual. Otherwise, the people of Ekurhuleni won't, be taken for a ride. As long as they are factual, we'll have platforms to engage. Right, democratic party, that is the ANC, believe in democracy. And we will be engaging them at the right time.
You will be engaging them at the right time. So the accusation that the Speaker is actually orchestrating the postponement of council sittings so that the institutional review is not adopted. What's your response to that?
Well, I mean, we are yet to meet with the Speaker. In fact, coming here, I've been trying to get hold of the Speaker of Council to basically understand, some of the rationale to actually postpone this much awaited, council meeting, or all-important council meeting, I must say. The last council meeting was adjourned by the Speaker due to, incidences of violence, from the EFF caucus, charged at the DA caucus, of course, with the allegation of racial remarks, and that was referred to ethics. And we understand that also the police are involved to look into the matter. But what is cited really in the letter from the Speaker is what we're going to seek a clarification on. But I would have...
what did the Speaker say?
Well, in the letter, it cites some of the documents that are not, fully prepared. As far as we're aware, is that the agenda for the last meeting, or rather, this council meeting sits as per agenda. So there is no new item really. Even the Auditor General's report is expected by legislation to serve in council at the end of January. So it is an administrative report at this stage. The deadlines of AGs, they are still administrative, that they must complete the work and get signed off by the city manager as well as the mayor. But for it to serve in council, according to legislation, it actually serves at the end of January. But of course, as I've indicated, we will be, engaging the Speaker to, to understand, where, is the new information coming from there.
Yeah. So Dumsani says that the reason why, of course, that there has been this postponement now, which was actually council was supposed to sit today, is because of the outstanding Auditor General's report. And I point to him that, but on the 30th of November, that report wasn't there, but there was a council meeting that was scheduled for the 30th. And on the agenda was the institutional review. How do you, as the ANC, then feel about the postponements that have been taking place?
Well, I mean, this is something that we have to raise because, one of the item there is an important item because it's a compliance item because it is the directive from COCTA that across all municipalities we must comply with the municipal, staff regulations, which actually prescribe how we must go about ensuring that we've got an effective, structure, in terms of the human resource capacity to be able to deliver services. And this is one of the areas that the DA-led government has actually coalition. They've actually, battled to drive. And in the past 6 months, because this portfolio is led by the ANC, we've actually, ensured that we fast-track this work. We do all the necessary consultations with all the parties. We take all the inputs. And really, the institutional review is to ensure that we've got an effective, human resource capacity. We've got an efficient, as well as responsive capacity to be able to deliver services to our people. And that is what we've been able to put up. And it is an item that really, from time to time, even AG, they're looking at it to say, are you compliant? And any delay, really, it is impacting on the speed and the required quality in terms of delivering services.
Do you, from the ANC side, know of any concerns perhaps that the EFF may have with the institutional review?
Well, I mean, we sit with the EFF in the mayoral committee. I presented the item as a leader of executive business, but also as MMC responsible for corporate and HR. It was engaged, and all the views were actually consolidated into item. If there are any concern, they are yet to be raised, and I'm sure in other platforms, that really for the platforms that are provided for within council, that has not been cited. As I've said, the last council meeting was adjourned by the speaker because of the disruption to protect councillors, but also the decorum of council. And this council meeting, we've received a letter. We must really engage the letter to better understand some of the reasons that are raised there, because as far as I'm aware, AG's report is only due in the next council meeting, which is in January.
Do you think that the speaker could be biased?
Well, I would not say so, but of course, she belongs to the EFF caucus.
But you voted her. You voted for her.
Well, she belongs to...
But you voted for her as the ANC.
But I'm saying she ultimately belongs to the EFF caucus, whatever position that they take as the party, as long as it doesn't affect the effectiveness of council, we then get to be concerned. That's why I'm saying I don't want to speak politics at this platform. I'm talking about the program of government that is on the table. And I've already indicated that I agree with you that there are delays because any postponement, and that's why I'm saying we will be seeking audience with the speaker, and I'm sure after that we can better comment. When we make a follow-up, we'll be able to say we engage. We're made to understand, we've raised our concern. There could be new information. There could also be an issue of misinformation on a part.
So, as the ANC currently, would you say that you have confidence in the speaker?
Well, we do have well, it's an interesting question how you put it. The speaker is a speaker of council, elected by council. We've elected the speaker. And the ANC will express itself on the basis of our engagement with the speaker. We should be able to express it. So I don't want to jump the gun. But
are you confident currently with the speaker? Do you have confidence in the speaker?
Except for the last council meeting, the speaker has really tried, to take forward, her mandate to ensure that the decorum of council is maintained, and that council functions successfully and conclude council business. Of course, we're worried about this postponement, and as I've said, we'll be seeking audience with the speaker to actually get more clarification.
Just finally, your relationship with the EFF following that ANC-NEC meeting resolution. Why haven't you seen that one through?
Well, I mean, we are part of this arrangement, this collaborative government. Recently, we've been doing assessment in terms of the performance. We've identified areas where we need improvements, but the issues of coalition, they are outside really of our mandate. We are looking to the higher structures to actually give us the guidance. We have taken note of some of the positions that the movement has taken in public platforms and all that, but we are still awaiting a formal correspondence that says we can now move into a different, arrangement. Mm-hmm. But of course, we are directed in as far as coalitions are concerned.
So where should this letter be coming from, and who should be the one that actually instructs the region to say that because of this decision that has been taken by the NEC, we think we need to review this relationship that you have with the EFF?
Yeah, as you understand, the current setup was on the basis of the Gauteng framework on coalition, and later on, the national developed the framework, and the expectation, therefore, because we're a unitary organization, is that the national supersedes all other structures, and then the principles of democratic centralism have got to kick in. Mm-hmm. But of course, it's not an overnight thing. It takes a process of engagement. It takes those who are deployed to Gauteng to come and communicate, and we will then expect such a communication as and when it. For now, we continue to ensure that the ANC and the ANC caucus plays that role to ensure effective, oversight over the executive. The executive is inclusive of ourselves as the ANC.
As well as the EFF.
And the EFF, yeah.
But is the relation, how would you characterize the relationship between the ANC and the EFF in terms of its ability to govern together?
Well, I think there are areas where we can improve.
Like what?
There are areas where we need to improve. For instance, the speed, how we deliver services, the responsiveness in terms of resolving electrical outages, in terms of ensuring that water leaks are resolved on time, swap allocations is done on time, importantly, that the city is clean. But also in the areas of finances, we feel that we do engage, that look, let's be robust in our credit control, let's be robust in communication.
Do you think Councillor Dunga's failing there?
Well, as I've said it, that we're busy with an assessment. We've got a Lekgotla this weekend. We'll also be spending time with the provincial executive committee. Hopefully, the item on municipal government is on the table. And as a disciplined cadre of the movement, I don't want to jump the gun. Yeah. I want us to first exhaust internally and let the appropriate, offices do the communication. As far as we are concerned now, is that we must do the effective oversight on government to ensure that the ANC wards or the people of Ekurhuleni across are actually being serviced.
Thank you so much for your time. That is Nkosindiphile Xhakaza, who is the Ekurhuleni ANC's regional task team convener.